there, urban legend fans. Welcome back to another spine-tingling episode. Today, I'm diving into one of the creepiest tales whispered around campfires and during sleepovers, the legend of the woman in the mirror. This story has been passed down through generations, each retelling adding a new layer of fear and mystery. Buckle up, because this one is sure to send chills down your spine. It's a tale that has left many sleepless and terrified of their own reflections. So, here's how it goes. The legend is simple yet terrifying. They say if you stand in front of a mirror at midnight and say her name 3 times, she'll appear. The anticipation builds with each utterance of her name. Imagine the thrill, the suspense, the darkness surrounding you. The air grows colder and the silence becomes deafening. Jessie, a thrill-seeking teenager, couldn't resist testing it out. She was always the brave one, the one who loved a good scare. It was a typical sleepover night, full of laughter and dares, the kind of night where ghost stories are shared, and everyone tries to outdo each other with the scariest tale. Jessie and her friends decided it was the perfect time to test the legend. They were eager to see if there was any truth to the stories they had heard. They tiptoed to the bathroom, giggling, and turned off the lights. The room plunged into darkness, and the only sound was their nervous breathing. With hearts pounding, they chanted her name 3 times. Each repetition seemed to echo in the small, dark space. Nothing happened. Or so they thought. The tension in the room was palpable. Just as they started to laugh it off, Jessie glanced at the mirror. Her casual glance turned into a stare of horror. Her eyes widened, and her laughter turned into a gasp. The room seemed to grow colder. There, behind her reflection, stood a dark figure with long, tangled hair. The figure's eyes seemed to bore into Jessie's soul. Jessie's breath caught in her throat. She screamed, but the figure remained, reaching out to touch her shoulder. In the mirror, the hand seemed almost real, as if it could break through the glass. Her friends fumbled for the light switch, and in an instant, Jessie was alone. The darkness seemed to close in around her. But that was just the beginning. The real horror was yet to come. From that night on, Jessie was haunted. The figure in the mirror was just the start of her nightmare. Every reflective surface she passed, a window, a puddle, even a spoon, she would catch fleeting glimpses of the woman. It was as if the figure was always watching, always waiting, a shadowy figure always lurking, always watching. Jessie could never escape the feeling of being followed. It was a curse she couldn't escape. The figure became a constant presence in her life, a reminder of that fateful night. The legend of the woman in the mirror has been around for generations, and its eerie presence continues to send shivers down the spines of those brave enough to repeat it. Each generation adds its own twist, but the core of the story remains the same. Some say it's just a story, a figment of our collective imagination. But Jessie would tell you otherwise. Her experience was all too real. So, next time you find yourself alone in front of a mirror at midnight, remember Jessie's story. Think about the consequences of invoking the unknown. Think twice before you say her name, because sometimes legends are more than just stories. They are warnings, and some curses are very real. They can follow you, haunt you, and change your life forever. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe for more spine-chilling tales. Sweet dreams, and be careful what you say in front of the mirror.